Greetings.
Salutations.
I'm Austin.
And I'm Ken.
Welcome to the FrenZone.
Hi guys, today in the FrenZone we're talking about one of the best horror titles to come out in quite a while.
Resident Evil 7 Biohazard.
I like that. You should be doing voice officiating and stuff.
Hey, film Screen Junkies, I'm available for hire if your movie guy voice dude happens to flake out. So anyways, Resident Evil 7, I just finished it last night.
Yeah.
The campaign took me about 12 hours, but that is likely due to the fact that I was playing in VR and I really took my time.
Well, it's a game you should take your time with.
I mean, let's just start. The environments. From the get-go, you just have this total sense of isolation. And even though the Louisiana Bayou is something you can understand, it is such a foreign, alien place to so many people.
Oh, absolutely. Okay, well, let's go from initial even title sequence, okay? The environments in the game are gorgeous.
Lovingly rendered.
Yeah.
The level of detail from the mold on the toast to the molders coming out of the walls.
Okay, well, like I said, let's take it even just from that first scene. When I first played the game, the initial sequence when you got Ethan driving along through the road, I thought I was watching a movie. It's so well done. It looks so realistic. You could swear that it was just a shot real life.
I'm going to totally admit to having my eyes tricked by that opening sequence.
Absolutely.
Now, once you're playing in VR, depending if you're playing on a PS4 or a PS4 Pro, there is a slight level of distortion along the sides. It's limiting the range of vision because the processing power, as you probably guessed, is not quite as good as the new Pro.
It's VR.
But still, the level of immersion, our favorite word again, you forget you're playing a game. You're in this world and you really do believe that you are Ethan Winters, was it? Ethan Winters?
I'm pretty sure.
Okay, so you think you're Ethan Winters and it's all done in first person, whether you're in VR or out of game.
Which is very interesting to note as well, because it's the first Resident Evil game to do that. All Resident Evil, as everybody knows, is traditionally a third person, multi-camera angled, shooter survival game.
Yeah, and I think with this switch to the first person, especially with the influx of that style in horror over the last several years.
Most horror games are going that way.
Well, it started with Amnesia, and then made very popular by Outlast, and then PT. That was the major shift in the Silent Hill, that was going to be in the Silent Hill series.
Five Nights at Freddy's?
Five Nights at Freddy's, yeah. Some of the best horror experiences are when you've got that first-person perspective, because that point of view, it allows you to throw yourself into the character, and then there's three ways it can go. Either you're dead silent and you come out and you can't believe the world you just experienced.
Yeah.
You've got the hard-necked spider fucker who sits there and is challenging the game and go, okay, game, come on, try to scare me. Come on, you bastard. And then you've got the screamer, my personal favorite. I'm a screamer.
Well, a lot of people are screamers. I'm a screamer. I'm not ashamed to admit I'm a screamer. I as much as I love the horror genre, I love horror movies, TV, everything else, horror games do me in.
Speaking of screamers and PT, here's a quick treat.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
See? I'm a screamer.
Embarrassed, but anyway, on to Resident Evil 7 again.
So, drawing a lot of inspiration from a new renaissance of horror happening in the industry, Resident Evil rises up from the dead from its zombie shooting.
Well, see, this
Call of Duty-like.
Well, that was
experience.
the point. Is that once it got into the further iterations of the game, it became far more action-based and far less on
horror.
that creeping terror or horror.
Yeah.
And I love the fact that they've gone back to it. I mean, in the original game, the very first game, that first sequence where you first get the experience of seeing a zombie for the first time.
I did get that far.
Was horrifying for so many people.
The build-up and the atmosphere in the first one, when you're in that mansion, you're walking around trying to solve the puzzles, and that zombie finally comes around the corner. That was genuinely scary. But for a modern audience, I mean, they want to go for shit yo pants. This gonna make you shit yo pants scary.
Yeah, absolutely, and they've achieved that. So not just talking environment. So of course it's beautifully rendered. The graphics are fantastic.
But let's go deeper than the graphics.
Absolutely. Okay, gameplay mechanics.
Ooh, wow. So much different from what you would expect from a Resident Evil game. Me as someone having not played one, I picture Resident Evil, I picture, I'm an Umbrella Corps operative, highly trained and skilled in the art of combat.
Yeah, well, see, you get a lot
that
of... That
is not who you feel like you are.
Well,
you
no,
are
you're a regular
slow guy. And encumbered, and the reloading takes time.
Forever. Until you get the upgrades, it takes forever to reload. You feel so vulnerable all the time.
But as you do progress in the story, and without it feeling as though it's being pushed on you, you slowly begin to get better and improve. And the molders that once scared the shit out of you, you face them now with a certain confidence.
Yeah, absolutely.
By the time you're leaving the bayou, you know how to react. You know that panicking will get you killed.
Instantly.
The actual progression of character development is so expertly handled. It is arguably one of the better narratives. Even just placing this character who's trying to track down his wife after she's been dead or missing for 3 years, and is invited to the town of Silent Hill.
Wait, wrong one.
Sorry. I'm sure it's purely coincidence. So Ethan Winters finally finds Mia, who is still his wife, but there's something
different.
There's something wrong about her. She's crazy. Oh man, I wish I'd gotten footage of Etienne. I've started to do these 4D experiences where I get other people to play Resident Evil, and then you touch them and you hit them and you pour water on them, and it's very tactile. It's the real haptic feedback. It's personal, and it adds to the experience, because what you are experiencing, what's being thrown in your face, especially in VR, is such a frantic mess of gore and grotesque faces. It is the worst that's the worst thing about it in VR, is that at least with the screen you've got this certain level of distance. Yeah, you've got a buffer. With that, there's no buffer. Like, you're right up in the face, and it's so creepsy. Creepsy, our new word for the day. Creepsy.
Rolling it back now. Gameplay mechanics. As we said, you're slow, you don't reload very fast, but, say hit detection boxes are fantastic. You have to be accurate, by the way. Accuracy is a big factor.
Yeah, it comes into play a little differently in VR, because you're using your head to aim. So you've
a little bit harder.
Again, immediately panicking is you're just gonna waste ammunition.
Because, it's a core mechanic for the game. Headshots are an essential.
Oh, absolutely. The more headshots you land, the more ammo you save, the further you're gonna get without having to reload.
Yeah.
Inventory management. I've heard that this is a huge thing in the series alone by itself, not just in this game.
Absolutely, and I love the fact that they brought a lot of it back from the original stuff, like safe rooms, and you've got your chest. So allow me to understand this. So you've got the safe room itself, which essentially keeps you safe. It's also a save point. Yes.
And houses your storage crate, your main storage crate, which seems to have nearly unlimited capacity. You, on the other hand,
it's not unlimited.
But it is.
But there's also
substantially
far larger
more
than what you can carry.
So I constantly found myself having to combine items to make space, or swap items out, or drop items, or delete items altogether, because I simply...
Well, they want you to do that, because it becomes a mechanic where it makes the game harder. Because you have to really think about what you're going to carry on your person.
Well, this is one of the things that really did force me to do, and I remember one specific encounter with Lucas's, one of Lucas's minions. I think it was a big barf monster or something. And the game had presented me with a safe room, and then baited me with a bunch of items that I wanted to obtain. So, unknowingly, I went past a point of no return, so I couldn't get back to my safe room. My items were overloaded. Mm-hmm. And I had to delete a treasure photo just to make space for this battery, which is an essential item in order to progress forward in the story.
Yeah.
And it really does create this sense of thinking on your feet and what's the most essential thing to my survival.
Well, yeah.
And you're constantly asking yourself that question when it comes to your
And the weapon
kit.
selection becomes important and everything else.
The grenade launcher and the flamer, I think, are my two favorites. Although the shotgun's pretty sweet.
I honestly found grenade launcher to be not that essential. Okay. Shotgun, and then when you progress further in the game, the bombs.
Initially, the bombs, I could not. You can't.
Between them, I think if you
what a godsend
those two, say the upgraded shotgun, so the second one that you get.
Yeah.
So the 2-shot, you get less ammunition and per clip, but far more powerful. Between that and the bombs, I think you can clear the whole game. Just that.
I'll have to give it a go. I know I want to do another replay. The Madhouse difficulty seems like it'd be a lot of fun.
Absolutely.
From what I've read in the reviews, it's totally changes things up. It's not just a quick rehash of more powerful enemies and less health. So all up, I got to say, I was extremely impressed. There are some wonderful turns, some lovely twists, and some mechanics that keep you guessing throughout. I have to say, I don't think I had a relaxed moment.
It's a AAA title, and they've put a lot of thought and a lot of work into it. And I love the fact that it's going a different way.
Yeah, it's going exactly where Silent Hills was supposed to go. So thank you, Resident Evil,
for an amazingly gorgeous game.
And possibly saving the survival horror genre.
Well, definitely saving the Resident Evil genre.
Oh, absolutely. 100%. I'll be playing the next one and getting the DLC and going as far as I can go.
Because the later games killed it, and then the movies have just shat all over it.
I don't know. I like Mila. I haven't watched any of the recent movies,
okay,
though.
The first 2 movies may be worthwhile. Yeah. But that's about it.
All right, I can see that. Sure, why not?
Yeah.
So...
But, as always, we really want to hear from you guys.
Oh, yeah,
always
please.
Appreciate your feedback. We want to, if you've got something specific that you want to, point out about the game.
Or if you think we're just completely batshit
crazy and you hate it for some weird reason.
Let us know. Let us know, please.
Right down there.
And don't forget to smash the like button, brah. Pump it. Or don't. No, do, please.
No, please.
Please. Also, the bell button if you're interested in getting alerts as to when we're uploading our next video.
Yeah, definitely.
Sorry, my mouth got a little weird there. So, anyways, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, friends across the world and around the globe, thanks for sharing your time with us.
And we will see you again.
Farewell.